Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. I wanted to bring you guys a little update. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and we may do some XRP as well. Mostly we're going to be looking at the 4 hours. And guys, I want to thank you for all the prayers and everything. I'm back in my house right now, so I have to be quiet. Got a lot of stuff going on just around right now, trying to get healthy, and also with my kid and everything like that. He needs to be able to sleep and just get back to normal best we can. But I thank you guys for all the prayers. It's going to be a continued struggle as it has been in my life for 7 years or whatnot, but we continue moving. We continue to give God all the glory, and we keep going, guys. So what I want to bring to you here is, first we're going to start with Bitcoin, and I want you guys to notice the RSI here on the 4 hours. We're starting to kind of have that double top there, right? Now that's not to say we couldn't push past through, guys, but you're starting to see those wicks here, and this is also a major level of resistance. So that's why I'm really zoomed out here, guys. You see when we broke that trend line, it's moved on me, guys, on different time frames, but I had a trend line drawn, and when we hit that, guys, that's when we went up through, and we had that breakout. And you can see how we just ran, and we've been obeying this trend line that I've had down here for a little while, so that's good. Also, guys, do you see how we're looking at moving averages crosses right here? Our 50 moving averages in green, and it's looking to cross over our 100 moving average in red, which is very crucial. That's a big crossover point right there, guys. But in my opinion, I really believe we're probably going to have a pullback close to around this, I'd say 6,444 area right here, or that 20 EMA, which is very valuable, guys. See how the 20 crossed over, and once it crossed over here, we just continued to keep running. What you're seeing are these lows, and then a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. But now we have all this resistance up here, and it's gonna, if we do break through this, guys, first try, it would have to be on tons and tons of volume. I mean, you can even see right there, that's a major spot right there, guys. And then up above it, even if you want to draw a box or whatever, you can see these overheads. Now support here, I would put us, I'd say, besides the moving average, guys, we would be around that 6,212, somewhere like right in there, maybe up higher if you want to go off the real body closes. Let me get my magnet off here, guys. The MACD right now on the 4 hours, we are up above. The histogram is positive, but we're having that slight down tick a little bit of a curve here. But as you can see, guys, sometimes it curves and then it continues to go back up. So I want you to keep that in mind as well. But right now, I think if you're a bull, you need to be hesitant because there's still so much resistance up here. And this is really, really choppy stuff, guys. We tried to get through quite a few times, and we have not gotten through. So most likely, even if we did have a continued run up here, we would come off here, and then we would come back down to one of these moving averages or Fibonacci levels, and then we would try to power back up to make it through again. And that's basically the best way I can put it right now. So just being patient here, guys, but knowing that these moving averages on the 4 hours, and now they've been moving over into the daily, we're starting to have them as support. So that's a really big deal. Let's see Bitcoin on the 1 day real quick just to see those moving averages. Okay, guys, so we're up above right here the 20 moving averages, we're up above the 50 moving average, and we're running into the 100 right there. And that's why it's so important to look at all the data, not just the 4 hour, the 1 day, all this. I mean, start at the week and work your way back. You can see right here how positive the MACD looks there. We're pointing up here, guys, and we've actually gotten past that little bit of resistance we had right here. So about right in there. We're gonna have to see if we continue to go up though, guys. Alright, see that running into that 100. That's a big deal. If we can close up above that 100, huge deal, guys. Alright, let's go to Litecoin. Alright, guys, we'll just start on the day here with Litecoin. Sorry about that. And please, guys, if you could like, subscribe like we talked about earlier, all that, I really appreciate it. I love being here with you. You guys have been wonderful. So moon up those likes, we really appreciate it. So right here, guys, they're all coming together, and this is off a trend line that I had drawn, the parabolic move that it was on. But you can see how we bounced right off it. Now we're moving back up, and we're looking to hit that 100-day moving average, that 57 right there. So we're kind of in that range, guys. We're sandwiched in between the 50, the 100. We're up above the 20. We're starting to hook a little bit. We're on a trend line here. So there's a lot going on that we need to pay attention to with Litecoin. And we will look at the overhead resistances, especially on the 4 hour here, guys, in a minute. I just wanted to see the MACD. I'm just doing this with you here, just on the fly. So right here, guys, we're moving up, but it looks like how we're running into that 100 day right here. Looks like we're starting to slow down a little bit on that histogram tick up. So let's keep that in mind, guys. Let's take it to the 4 hour now. We'll see what's happening, because it's always nice to kind of have this view, guys, just to look at the patterns and what's forming. I mean, look at that raging river of these moving averages, and now they finally crossed, which is really exciting. That's what you want to see. But you see this up here, guys? Almost looks like that little head and shoulders here. We'll see if we break down through the neckline. I just noticed that on the 4 hour here. So that's about the neckline we'd be looking at, somewhere right in there. Okay, guys. Alright, so overhead resistance now. So we've moved back here. We're at that 53.94. Let's look at our resistance. Okay, guys, so this is kind of that double top here. And what you'll notice, in a way, guys, that as this was going up, the RSI obviously was higher here. And then price came down, and then the price went up higher. But what happened? The RSI started to drop. So that was an indication that there would be a fall that was coming, that guys would be paying attention to that. Now we're going to see where we're going to buy the dip. Is it going to be off these moving averages at around that 51.62? Our guys going to have bids in there. That's something very important to look at as well. Okay, guys, so overhead resistance there. Let's change the color. Okay. And then right here, there could be another bit bout. You can see all this right here, guys. Obviously up here, a little bit more. And these are all resistances we need to look at, guys, because it's so important to close up above these on days. I mean, that's how runs get started. So then we'd have around in here, guys. Right here, we had tweezer tops at around that $65. That's where we're going to have to be working. Okay, looking at all these things as we continue to move back up. If we continue to move back up, now supports, keeping those moving averages, looking at around that 52.87 for support. Maybe that's coming up here, guys. But like we talked about, it looks a little head and shoulder there on the RSI. So we'll see if we do have that breakdown through. We'll be taking a look at this trend line as well. Okay, guys. So that's what I have for Litecoin right now. Just keep those overhead resistances in mind. Keep the moving averages in mind. Take a look at these candles, how they're forming, guys. It's really important to pay attention to this stuff. Alright, let's do Ethereum. Alright, guys. So Ethereum, I got some alerts on that. I've been keeping an eye on it. So major resistance, we're kind of running into it. Like how we've been right up here, guys, around that 218, 216, 217. That's going to be a big spot. Another spot, it's going to be right up here. So we'll be looking at that around that 230. That's another round number. We had some tweezer tops here. Be there. Now, guys, the good thing though is there is some room to run when we get out of these. So I'm going to back this up for us now. Okay, let me get all those off. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to get rid of the RSI and the MACD here. I thought I'd have enough room, but I'm not going to. I'll show you what I want to show you here. Alright, so let's just look at levels here, guys. Just like that. So when you have these huge drop like that, eventually they will get filled back in, guys. And there really was no fill in after this. Like there's just a huge drop, then we kind of move sideways, then another drop. All these things, though, going back up will be better, because once we get over this resistance here around 230, around that 250, then you can run, guys, from around that 257 up to 298. There's a lot of gains there. Okay, then we take it to the next level here where there's tons of resistance around that 476. So if you can even get it, guys, around that 208, 210, 206, you put bids in. Think if you're able to hold it and we make it back up to this point of resistance. I mean, there's a lot of gains to be made because of how far we've went down. So riding it back up is going to be very interesting. But take a look at this, guys. Here, we'll go through all the resistances. Show you some of the stuff I look at. And this is with no fibs either, because fibs are going to play a factor. Okay, guys, we'll just do one about right in here, right in there. right there, and we'll put the bottom here around that 164. Alright, you can see the things that need to be done overhead. Now if we do throw a Fibonacci on it, like this, we go down to where we're at, we're not up above that 236 here, which is really crucial. That's at $318, guys. So lots of work to be done for Ethereum, but it's one to move, and it does kind of look like we're bottoming out a little bit, guys. How we've just been having that sideways consolidation, which is good. That's a big deal. Even look from that drop, $835 from here, guys, just riding. Look at that, like a hill all the way down to the bottom. Now it's starting to flatten out, and that's what happens with these things. They lose momentum, then it'll start to tick up the other way. But always look for those crosses on all these moving averages, just like you see here, guys. When that 50 crossed over the 100, we got moving. Let's see where we're at on that. Yeah, we're starting to get those crosses, guys. I mean, that's something that's pretty exciting, and they're pointing up. Remember, this is still the 4-hour chart right now, but you see these volume bars. We started to get a little more volume when this was coming in. So all that is a really, really big deal. But remember these overhead resistances here, guys, here. Sometimes you really have to back up out of things. All right, now let's look at XRP. Let's do this one. I'm trying to look for a chart, guys, that'll give us. Alright, guys, so we had this major impulse move. Do you see how these come? And you can see that rounded bottom, but it is hard to catch these guys. This is just when big whales decide to put their money in. I mean, it's been dead, and then all of a sudden that happens. So don't feel too bad about missing that, okay? But we'll go from the bottom of this move here up to that crazy wick we had. You can see we came down around here below that 618 just a little bit. Get this line out of here. Alright, so we were flirting with that 618 right here, guys. Look how far we fell on that wick, all the way down. So that's the stops and all that type of stuff being triggered, but bounced right back up, and now we made that next wave here, and we're going to go up and see if we can get through the 382. But there's also going to be that heavy resistance right up here at this double top, guys. We came up, we came down, we came up, missed it, came back down. Now we're starting to have this hook, right? So let's take a look at it this way now. We're going to fib them both ways. Okay, so guys, running through this way, we did get back through the 382, which is good, and we'd want to close up above that. And the next overhead, we're going to be looking at that 50, which is a really big one, and that's also topped here. So there's going to be a lot of guys probably around this 60. You know what, I'm actually going to put an alert here, guys, for a potential short to look at it. Depends on what's obviously happening in space, the volume, all that type of stuff, but that's going to be some heavy resistance right here at that 50, as well as this double top that we had. Okay, guys, and look what type of volume had to come in for it to move like that. You just can't predict those type of things. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. You know what, very well Ripple may continue to keep pushing up, but I could see another pullback coming once you hit that resistance. Let's see what the RSI looks like on it. Yeah, we got up high, guys. Looks like we're coming back down a little bit now. We're at 67, right around there. Yeah. Let's check the MACD. Remember, guys, all on the 4-hour right now. Looks like we're going to cross down a little bit. That momentum's just coming back down on us. Okay. Just one more look at BTC here. See what's happening. Boy, big range of resistance right there, guys. That's 68. We have just been flirting all throughout here. This has been good, though. We needed some of this stability, guys. And I mean, you can't really call a candle like that stability, but just kind of that moving sideways, getting ready to make another run. But we got to pay attention to the volume. That's a big deal. Something that's really, really important. And then guys, look at your supports. Those moving averages around that 63.13, somewhere right in there, has some support. We do have support, guys, as low as that 58.69, I do believe. Let's see if there's any time. But you see how this bottom, guys? That's what we need to watch. Okay. Yeah, guys, because we haven't broken out of this with immense power. I mean, you can see that wick that tried to get through, but we've kind of floated through it, moving sideways. So there's a lot going on, but I wanted to bring this to you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for all the prayers, all that. I'll hopefully have some more energy to just keep bringing videos for you guys, and just appreciate you. God bless you all.